Each year, more than 500 million tons of rice are produced around the world. To reach this impressive number, hundreds of thousands of hectares of land must be cultivated every day. But how is rice grown and processed? To find out, let's travel to China, the world's largest rice producer, and uncover the process. Rice production has a long history that dates back thousands of years. It's believed that rice cultivation began in Asia, specifically in the regions of China and India, around 10,000 years before Christ. From there, rice spread to other parts of the world, such as the Middle East and Africa, thanks to trade routes and human migration. In Europe, rice was introduced by the Muslims during the Middle Ages. Over time, rice farming became popular in different parts of the world, adapting to various climates and growing techniques. In the 16th century, rice arrived in the Americas, and by the 19th century, large rice fields were established in countries like the United States and Brazil. Throughout the centuries, farming technology and techniques have evolved, going from manual labor to modern machinery. Today, rice is one of the most important and widely consumed foods in the world. So how does the industrial process work to produce millions of tons of rice? The first step in growing rice is carefully choosing a location with a reliable water source, like rivers, canals, or irrigation systems, because rice needs a humid environment to grow properly. Once the right site is chosen, the soil is prepared using specialized equipment. This includes stone collectors to remove rocks and debris, strip plows to aerate and improve soil structure, and subsoilers to break compact layers underground, allowing roots to grow better and absorb more nutrients and water. Rice is grown in paddies that must remain flooded throughout the entire growing cycle. This method is not only essential for healthy crop development, but it also acts as a natural barrier against weeds and certain pests. To start, fields are filled with water to a specific depth, giving the delicate rice sprouts the support they need to grow. Throughout the process, water levels are carefully monitored and adjusted based on the needs of the plants, ensuring a balanced environment that supports growth without damaging plant health. As the rice crop grows, the water in the paddies is drained in a controlled manner, using irrigation systems specifically designed for this purpose. This periodic drainage is essential to allow the roots to breathe and to prevent problems caused by excess water, such as the development of disease. However, a common issue is the buildup of silt in the drainage channels, which can block water flow and cause flooding that damages the plants. To avoid these risks, farmers perform regular maintenance on the channels, making sure they remain clear and functioning properly. The planting process marks the beginning of a rice crop's life and is a crucial step to ensure a healthy harvest. It all starts with carefully selecting the best seeds, those with the highest potential to germinate successfully and grow into strong, healthy plants. Once selected, the seeds are planted with precision using modern machinery like the AOS system, which ensures an even and controlled distribution. This system allows each seed to settle slightly into the prepared soil, placing it in the ideal position to begin its growth. Within days, the seeds begin to germinate, sending down firm roots while the first shoots emerge above the surface. This moment is symbolic, the birth of a new generation of rice plants that will gradually form a vibrant green field, ready to move into the next stages of development. Once the rice seedlings reach the proper size, the transplanting process begins. Workers place the seedlings onto a conveyor belt, loading them into trucks for transport. From there, the process continues with the Agrobo rice system, an advanced automated solution. In this system, the seedlings are placed in an upper chamber from where they are guided into a robotic arm that carefully plants them into the muddy soil of the field. This system uses technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning to optimize every part of the farming process, from seeding to harvesting, including fertilizer application and crop health monitoring. Irrigation also plays a fundamental role in the process. For farmers, it is essential to maintain precise control over water levels in the paddies to ensure that the soil remains slightly muddy. This supports root development and prevents the soil from drying out or hardening, which would hinder plant growth. Keeping this balance in water levels is vital for the success of the crop. Pest control is also carried out using cutting-edge technology. Smart drones equipped with sensors and cameras fly over the fields searching for signs of infestation. Once a pest is detected, the drones apply pesticides selectively, targeting only the affected areas, which helps minimize the use of chemicals. The time it takes for a rice plant to grow, from planting to harvest, depends on several factors. On average, most using cutting-edge technology. Rice crops need between 105 and 150 days to complete their growth cycle. This duration is influenced by things like climate, soil conditions, and the specific variety of rice being grown. When it comes to harvesting, large-scale farms use advanced technology to maximize their yield. That is why they rely on drones, or unmanned aerial vehicles. These drones are equipped with high-resolution cameras that capture detailed images of the fields. Those images are processed using smart computer vision systems that can identify exactly which rice plants are ready to harvest. This technology allows for precise cutting, boosts efficiency, reduces the need for human labour, and improves accuracy during collection. Modern harvesters are highly advanced machines with smart sensors and GPS systems. These features help the machine determine the ideal moment to begin the harvest. They automatically assess key factors like the moisture content of the crop, which should be around 12%, and the maturity level of the plants. Everything is managed to ensure the best possible results. The process starts with parts like the crop divider, wheels, and blades. These cut the tops of the rice plants and feed them into the system. Then, augers and a feeding mechanism move the cut plants into the threshing section. Inside, the rice is separated. Blowers and augers carry the grain to the collection tank, while the straw is removed by a specialized system known as a straw walker. This ensures the rice is clean and ready for storage. Once the rice is harvested, it needs to be transported to the factory for processing. First, tractors load the rice and carry it out of the field. Then, transport trucks pick up the load and drive it to the processing plant where the rice will be refined. At the factory, the rice is carefully unloaded and moved on conveyor belts into massive silos for storage. At this point, the rice is still raw and the transformation process is about to begin. The first major step is drying. The rice is placed into a large industrial oven designed specifically for this purpose. This process reduces the moisture in the grain and serves two important goals. First, it softens the outer layers of the grain, making them easier to remove later. Second, it gets the rice ready for polishing and further processing. To keep the oven at a stable temperature, it needs a steady supply of coal. This makes sure the heat spreads evenly so that every grain of rice gets the same treatment. After drying, the rice goes through strict quality control. Inspectors check the moisture level carefully. This step is vital because if the rice is too moist, it may cause storage problems. If it is too dry, it can lose its flavour and texture. The next step in the process is sorting and selecting the rice. For this, advanced optical sorting machines are used to scan and separate the grains based on size, shape, and colour. This ensures that only the highest quality grains make it to packaging and distribution, while any defective or damaged ones are removed. Next, the outer husks of the rice are removed. The dried grains pass through a roller system that breaks and separates these outer layers from the grain. Once the husks are removed, they are taken to a crushing chamber where they are turned into powder and properly discarded. At this stage, brown rice is obtained. To produce white rice, one more step is added. In this process, the grains go through a machine with abrasive rollers that remove the remaining bran layers and give the rice a shiny pearl-like finish, improving both appearance and shelf life. During polishing, some grains may become damaged or broken. To separate whole grains from broken ones, a rotating cylinder is used to sort the grains based on their condition. Whole grains are collected in an inner chamber, while the broken ones are set aside for other uses, such as cereal or beer production. This ensures that only intact, polished rice continues on to packaging and distribution. Once the rice has gone through the full transformation process, it is time to package it. High-precision machines are used to measure and weigh the rice accurately. These machines ensure that each package contains the correct amount, meeting market standards and making both sales and transport more efficient. After the rice is weighed, it moves onto a fully automated filling and sealing line. This system works at high speed, ensuring that each package is filled and sealed efficiently and consistently. This reduces the risk of human error and guarantees that every unit has the same level of quality and presentation. Finally, once sealed, the rice packages are wrapped in polyethylene for added protection during storage. Then, the packages are moved to the warehouse, where they are stored properly until they are ready for distribution. This way, the rice reaches consumers in the best possible condition, ready to be cooked and enjoyed. And that is how millions of tons of rice are produced every day. What did you think of the process? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. In the windows you will see next, there are more videos that might catch your attention. Feel free to check one out. See you next time.